Hi, I'm Cynthia Mickens Ross, and this is my husband, David E. Ross III. And we've been married a little bit over 8 years. And David and I met and married in 4 months because we knew when we met that we wanted to be together.
I've been through a lot of ups and downs in my life, but for some strange reason, Satan thought he had me. But I'm still here. Yeah.
And we wanted to be together forever. And so we have had a wonderful marriage, but there have been a few hiccups, just like in any marriage. And so when David and I met and married, within 8 months of our marriage, my husband David had two major strokes to the degree that he could not walk or talk. He didn't even know who I was. And that was obviously very devastating because it has changed our lives forever. Because when we got married, we had hopes of a different type of marriage. But today, through a series of medical assistance, David is recovering every day. And I am so happy that he has had this level of commitment because I don't believe that he would have recovered as well if he didn't have that level of commitment. But for me, it was a devastating event because nobody marries with the intention that your husband or your spouse is going to have a medical event that could leave them in a state that doesn't even recognize you and doesn't even know you. And so this journey of recovery that we have had to take has been huge. But I'm committed to our marriage. And I can remember when this medical emergency happened, several of the people around me said, "So are you going to stay married?" And I was so confused by that question because I made a commitment. I'm in a covenant with my husband. And it doesn't matter. No, we didn't want it to happen, but it happened. And because of it, I believe that we are closer today than we probably would have been in 25 years of marriage. Has it been difficult? It absolutely has. And has it been different than I envisioned our marriage to be? It sure has. So no one gets married with the expectation that you're going to have a major health event. But what I can say is that because of this situation that both David and I had to face, it has brought us closer than I believe 25 years of marriage would have. And we have made a commitment that no matter what, we are going to be together. And David is an amazing man. And if I tell you that his perseverance, he is so persistent, and his recovery, I believe, largely hinges on that is the fact that he never gave up. So there were times when it was just one word, and then it was three words, and then he would try to put a sentence together. But it didn't matter because I still had my husband and I was committed to our marriage. And so today, when you see David, you see a man that never gave up, that he was persistent and he wanted to have a life with me, I believe. And I believe that that was also a part of his motivation, that he wanted to continue to live. And so today he has gotten stronger and stronger, and I'm so grateful for that. Did we think we would ever be married
I
again?
did. I did. True. I really did. I I told the other women that I was over with them and that I would speak out to be married to you, Cynthia Mickens Ross.
So David, just for my clarification, you were actually seeing other women when you met me?
Yeah, I was.
How many women were you seeing when you met me?
We'll talk. We'll talk about that later.
Please, Chuck.
Well, I wasn't seeing anybody when I met you. But I can say this, and that is, there's a lot of statistics out here that tell women, especially women of color, that if you've been married one time, then the chances of you getting married a second time are slim to none. And then the statistic is compounded with your age. So when I married David, I was in my late 50s, all probably very close, to 60. And David was already in his mid 60s. But we knew that when we met, it didn't take us long to know that we wanted to be with each other. And so David and I got married within 4 months of meeting each other. And let me tell you, David he tried me in areas that he shouldn't have tried me in, but I had to stand firm that I was a wife and I wasn't just another woman. And so when David made some points toward me that he should not have, I stood up and I said, those things only come with a marriage. And so we kind of separated for 3 days, and he took 3 days to think about whether or not he really wanted to be with me and get married. And so on that third day, he called me and he said, I really do like you, and I really would want to be with you, and I want to see you. But, I'd like to see other people because of your stance on certain things. And I said to him, I said, you know what? If you want to see other women, go right ahead. You just can't see me and the other women too. And so, he thought about that. And we ended that call, and within 30 minutes, he called me back and he said, listen, he said, I prayed and I asked God for something different. And God gave me something different. It's you. And I need to accept that. And so we have been together ever since.